Whoever has so the quant way of screening is do some ranking based on some factor. The factor could be anything, momentum in terms of momentum case, PYE, which is price to earnings ratio in value case, or combination of price to earnings, price to value, whatever those or growth parameters. It could be revenue growth, sales, and then something like that. Factor you take. There are about what's happening here?
Rohit, mute your second screen here. I think it's on loudspeaker.
Sorry, sir.
Things like that. Oh.
Rohit, the other one also needs to be muted.
Just let me do mic test. Now it's better.
Yeah, it's fine, Kora.
Right. So the same thing is what this guy describes. How to screen for any of those factors. I think this one has multi-factor indices. Low.
Kora, you have to share your screen, Kora. It's still not visible.
Yeah, so I just gone to the strategy indices, about indices, and then strategy indices. These are all multi-factor indices. And then this is the momentum index. This is low volatility. Now, index concepts. I don't know what they are. So strategy indices, momentum index. Take the methodology. This is a good 150-page document. Read it in your free time. You will get some hints. They will know only if you read it. These are our factor indices, right? Or momentum index. First, let's go to momentum index. This one. This is the base date. Forget about the base date, how he's doing. Just let's look at the construction methodology. Stocks forming in Nifty 200 index, because that's a 200 momentum index. Constituent should have a minimum listing history of 1 year. At the time of index reconstitution, company, blah, 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 something he has written. Okay. Basically, it should have traded for 12 months. That's what he's telling. And stocks should be available for trading in derivative segment. Let's do this on microcap index. I will share this file step by step. Okay, inside in screener I've already shared, right?
Yes, Gaurav.
So I'll close that file so that there's no confusion. This is the entire history, okay? Forget sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 that I would have worked it. So this is the final file. Let me clean up. There are a lot of VLOOKUPs. That's why the file takes a lot of time to open or filter and all. This I would have taken raw data and something I would have worked, and then split adjustments, this, that. So we can remove this or just keep it. Then there's no harm. Now this is where my VLOOKUP is there, right? So I'll break this. Now I want exactly 1 year data, which means I have to remove last April, this one, and this is 12 months, that means 11 months data, and I will add May, so it will become 12 months data. So the first step is take this file, delete last 1 year data, sort, I want all dates to come together, right? So dates, I want them to be at the last, and let the symbol be whatever the order they are. All right, so all this months are there, and these are all gone now because we don't need this 1 year history, right? So May to May, days up. Delete this. Get today's bow copy, which is May end bow copy. Do only EQ, BE, BZ. EQ, BE, BZ. I think I told you about these series, right? GB is gold bonds. GS is government securities. Then N1, N2 are all bonds. IV is InvITs. Then there will be rates, RRR rates.
I think you selected BL, Cora.
Yeah, BE and BZ. I don't want any of them. I want close and I want turnover. That's what I have done. And this close again here. This is 31st. Yeah, it's a working day. Now just copy everything, sort it back to the other way. I want all the symbols at one go. And then each symbols each month end. Value from today to last. So I have 20 microns. Last 12 months history. These are just to observe, so nothing to worry. The formulas are month return is this has to be equal to this. Otherwise, don't calculate. That means a new stock has come. And then C2 divided by C3. That is 1 month. 6 months is if today's date equals to this. So A2 equals to this one, right? So this is actually 44620 is the date in Unix format. So write 44620. Here also it is the same 44620. 3 months 44620. Just a check. This has to be new symbol kind of stuff. That is what the check. And then 6 months is C2 by C8. C2 by C14 is 12 months. C2 by C5 is 3 months. Now copy this across the board. It's not 44620, it is something else. It's 44712.
Four 44620 is today's date, is it? Today's date in.
Maybe I would have put that.
Yeah. You would have put today. Yeah.
Right. So now you have the data for everything. 3 months, 6 months. This one. So now the best way to suspect splits and bonus is, if you don't have patience, filter. Let's take today's date. Just see These are all your suspicion candidates for splits and bonus. Less than, because market is very volatile. I don't know which number to put. Maybe minus 30. Yes, these are all your suspicion candidates for splits and bonus. Some have actually fallen that much. Some might have been split. Now go and check what those each stock is. Whether it's a split or bonus or it's a real fall. Or the other way to do it is this one. Only in the month of May, because I would have done it for other months. Maybe if you have a doubt, just check these two, right? These three. I think I've done it. Just check for Saragama, we'll know. Let's check later. So now this one, black box. Is it listed in NSE? Yes. Yes. Now what is the ticker for this? What is the NSE symbol for this? Black box. That's a ticker.
I think it's B box.
B box is the symbol, right? So
yeah.
Now go to B box and unfilter. And what is the split ratio? It's IT enabled service. I never heard of this company. It's a big market cap, 2,500 crores. And 7 is the. Let me check. There's no harm. I never heard. Have you guys heard of this company?
Never.
AGC. It's actually 1986. This one is the world's largest independent provider of Airoli. Where is Airoli?
Navi Mumbai.
This is the one. Just check whether the company exists or not. If you guys are, whoever told it's in contact us. It's in PA, Pennsylvania. PA is Pennsylvania or Philadelphia? I think Philadelphia.
No, Pennsylvania. Correct.
Pennsylvania. Okay, they have an office in Pennsylvania. Just check whether it is really there. And it is in Navi Mumbai, as you said, Airoli Knowledge Park. And they don't have offices in. They have offices across. Okay, only Malaysia. Sorry, Maharashtra. And they have sales also. Looks like, I don't know. I never heard about this company. And who is this? Promoters.
So I think so make networking hardware.
Yeah, but still, I mean, 2,500 crore company, it should have been in radar. At least, I mean, I should have known because I'm actually IT guy. I don't know where from. Okay, it's AGC has become black box. So AGC might have some history. I might be knowing them somewhere. And they have a history of NASDAQ listing, pulling out this, that, and somehow they are doing some business. This is the guy, is the promoter. Then AGC Networks is the promoter. And then who are is there? I mean, it's a good way. I mean, you should know how to. I think, yeah, this is the guy. Let's see. It's a networking company. Man, this guy is. Who is the management? That's what I'm searching. Yes, company information. That's where I came. History. Nothing is there. It says 4,000 team members and 2 lakh customers. Go to LinkedIn, that's the first place you should be doing. I don't know, depending on your results, if you know somebody, but unfortunately, I don't know anybody. Connections, at least second connection. I know a few people, maybe I should ask them. Like this you can do. Does the company really do something or is it fake? Oh, this guy is AI engineer in this company. Sandeep B. How do I know him? Sandeep B. This is my close friend, so he knows him. This I don't know, some normal request. And this is also normal request. But yeah, this guy I know him. I should ask him to find out from him whether this company really does something or not. Anyway, so it is existing. There's no doubt about it. And it is split into what is the ratio? 10:2. That is 1/5. So this is 5. That's why I took 2 entries like that. Sorry, by 5. Oh, it just listed 2 months back, at least in NSE. After black box, junction fabric. Lucky. It's not listed in NSE. Jet Flight Logistics. What company is this here? Mm, 1:2 split. It's an unnecessary and painful thing, but your database is up to date. That's the whole idea. Lot in metal. No. Ericsson Life Care. Lucky. This doesn't matter for you because it's effective on 27th. Now do bonus. Varun Beverages is going to be, but it is effective on 6/6. The only things which I have done is Vikram Thermo. You are lucky. BLS International. It is there in NSE. Bonus is 1:1. You are lucky. You don't need to scratch your head. That A by B or whatever. What is that company's name? BLS or? Yeah, symbol is BLS. So this is by 2. Dolphin rubbers. No. Secure Credential. What is this nonsense? That has given some obscure ratio. Actually, it's SME company, so you won't have it because we are only main board, right? It's not there. Sindhu Trade. No. Afterwards, it is not there in your radar. I mean, this is effective 27th, so you don't need to bother. Now go to NSE symbol changes. Change in symbols. That Nippon guys have done a mess of it, so there's a lot of work for you. All this. So this is the new symbol, this is the old symbol. What is this Sono infographics? How come the symbol is like this?
Looks like a PAN number.
Yeah. Sono infra. It was something. Okay, it is in SME. This is HSIL. We have to change it to AGI. HIL becomes AGI. It is there, HSIL. Replace. Don't do replace all. Be careful. Because if that name of HSIL is in somewhere else, right? Some company called Fizzle, which is also PHSIL, right? So you will change that name. So don't do replace all. Even though I did, you shouldn't be doing that. All this you have to change. There's no alternative, but because our screeners are not there, I will avoid. There's no company there, right? Afterwards, everything is a bees. So you have to go and change all these bees if you are using the same database for some other purpose. So the symbols are done now, right? 3 steps is what you have to do. What are the 3-4 steps?
Split adjust, bonus adjust, and then symbol change.
Symbol change. And which step we are in now? Why did I close that? I opened one, the methodology document, right? Our universe is micro cap instead of Nifty 200. So get the micro cap stocks. You can do it for whatever you want, whichever subset. So I'm doing it for micro cap. List of stocks. These are all my micro cap. So this is here. Delete everything. Again. Right micro cap. Now come to this guy. Do that VLOOKUP function. Now this is where it is little cumbersome. Either you can take this into a new sheet and break all the formulas, or do it here. The filter on microcap. If you have taken an new sheet, all that blue circle won't be there. So we have all the data now for all the microcaps. The next step is yeah. So this is your momentum 20 working sheet. How do you get the 20 portfolios? So this is your data. Just keep the first one and delete everything. Now this is your data. How many headers are there? Up to close. A, B, C, D, E. There is no formula, but just for the heck of it, take it by notepad. Minimum 1 year history. That is what I'm doing. So this is the one, and count that symbol. If so and so, the symbol change, count how many instances are there. If it is 13 or is it 12. A2, if A2 equals to I2, 31st March, 31st May, then count ifs in B2 14. How many B2s are there? 13. So filter by May and get me which are not 13. Just want to see what is this one. Our guy has come in.
Black box. That is a black box.
He's come in microcap with a 1 month history. I mean, it is only there for 1 month. I don't know, but we changed 4 times, right? We had 4 instances, right?
Yeah.
But what happened to those 4?
But you filtered now only to May, no? It just got listed.
No, it is not a black box. It is something else. AGA green pack. And what would have happened is it would have relisted or something like that. So if you look at for more than 3 months data, it is not there. It's only listed in now. It would have been something else and got relisted and some other arrangement. So that's how it has gone into the that particular list. There would have been some announcement. You can check here, either here or NSE would have said we are including this company. It is not here. Okay. I don't know why this guy hasn't released a press release, because it's a victory for him, right? I mean, it's a victory for him. Even what is this? When Sinjin has gone into junior 50, Kiran Majumdar has given party in Bangalore club. And she has given a press release also. What are those called? Circulars, huh? Where does the circular comes? My God, this 3:30 you have to read. This is searching like for that needle, because I want to show everything is linked. So, what is that company's name?
AGI. Yeah.
It's actually mold tech packaging. I think that's a name. I know that company, this company. This has got into some name change, some nonsense stuff like that. And that's why, I mean, Moltech is a known company, so it was there. Maybe they didn't do business, they went out, or they wouldn't have paid fees, so it got relisted. So this is not AGI, this is Moltech. No. What is this? AGI Greenpack. How did this company come into existence? Okay, it is HSIL is a company, and it changed its name to AGI Greenpack. So HIL Limited takes new name in AGI. So your HSIL should have been changed to AGI. Now it says we have only one. Just think, we should have. So the mistake is here. Not VLOOKUP problem. Oh my God. But we changed, I don't know how many we changed. We changed, right? Some 12, I kept on pressing and then I gave you a story like don't do.
Yeah. We changed. We changed quite
But
a bit.
there's only one. What happened to the rest?
That's what it's quite weird.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
After changing, I haven't sorted properly. Maybe I've done it later. That symbol and sort, right?
Yeah.
So what I have to do now is remove this. I would have done this sometime other. Now all your AGI will come in one go. Now you know, right, how much care you have to take to publish this. I mean, you have to verify everything. You just can't run the screeners like that. Just check 4 and 6. I think they should be correct, but sometimes it's better. Is less than or equal to 5. Yes, ion exchange. I don't know what happened. Again, you have to take, because this is a very old company. I don't know why only 4 are there. This all might be a new company list. I know the Paras Defense is a newly listed. Torsons is also newly listed. This Supriya Life Science also is newly listed. Anand Rathi again is a newly listed. So it's correct, our database. I have to check this ion exchange. Why it is only 4. It's a very old company. So. So it got booted out and then it got relisted. Looks like. Yeah, there's no 5-year history. I don't know. Something has happened there. So our database is fine. Now just find out the stocks which are not there for 12 months history. Yeah, car trade we know it's recent. Dodla also is recently listed. And what I also want is I don't want price less than 20. So these all stocks will go out from your list. So remove. You don't need it. So now your list is, I have written a formula. If you find in, then you remove, otherwise keep it. So I want only the stocks which I want to keep it. So some of the like 30 companies have gone, so 250 has become 200. So we completed this step. Constraint should have more than 1 year, should be part of microcap index. And I've added additional criteria saying stock should be more than 20 rupees. I'll take a small 5 minutes break and we will do this when I come back. You can keep the recording on or off it, whatever you prefer. I'll mute. I'll quickly come back. Yeah, sorry guys. That is Jadu Pocha break. If I don't let her, she will go away. So delete this, keep one row, and add your data here. Let me explain what I have written there. This is Acelia, Kale Consultants. If B2 equals to B14, that means it has a 12 months history. I'm again checking. Then C2 divided by C8, which is 6 months. And then log changes, monthly changes, log of this close by this close. Do it only if the symbol is same. Otherwise, don't do it. So you are not doing it here. You have still 12 months history. And that's what is the momentum ratio is price return divided by standard deviation. Standard deviation is annualized of log normal daily returns for 1 year. Instead of daily, we are doing monthly. This is monthly, and we'll this one, if some error conditions, take this standard deviation and multiply it by square root of 12. That is what I have done. Do it for 6 months, do it for 12 months. Do it for 6 months returns and 12 months returns. Now the momentum score is nothing but the returns divided by standard deviation. What is that? F2 divided by I2. Right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
2 months Z score is Z2 by H2.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, here.
It's
Z2
here is Z.
by H2. Sorry.
Return. Where is the return on 12 months? Actually, it's 12 months return.
Okay, so 12 months Momo score. This is 6 months momentum score. F2 by 2. And 12 months momentum score should be
12 months return you have not taken as a column, is it?
okay, I've done it in one go, everything.
Yeah.
This is actually J by okay, this is wrong. This should be exactly like this. F2 by I2, right? Instead of F2 by I2, it should be F2 is 6 months returns. So where is 12 months returns?
It's not there.
It's not there.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll delete this.
Log.
and we'll write it. So this is 12-month Momo. Okay. 12-month Momo is 12-month returns. That is G by 12-month standard deviation, which is I. Now 12-month jet score.
Oh.
12-month jet score reference is gone. Okay, if B2 is not equals to B1, K2, K is that momentum score. All that you are calculating is jet score. Okay, what is jet score? What is jet score? We have done these steps, right? 12 months price return is price of this by this. -1 or into 100, that doesn't matter. Whether you represent it in percentage or points. And 6 months score and 6 months standard deviation. You can actually do it instead of 100, you can do it in this fashion. That is what he's telling. This also you can remove 100. What? So it's correct up to here, right? Yes or no? So 6 months returns, 12 months returns, standard deviation, 12 months standard deviation, 6 months standard deviation, and if error I'm just removing, otherwise it's just F2 by J2. F2 by J2. This is G2 by I2. And jet score. Jet score is nothing but the stocks minus mu, average of the entire inverse, divided by standard deviation of the entire inverse. K2. Forget if else condition. So that is K2. That is 6 months momentum score minus average of the entire inverse. So average K of K divided by standard deviation.
Okay.
Now the same thing you do for 12 months. It is simply me minus average by standard deviation. Me, my returns or whatever it is. So this one will become instead of K2.
Where is 12?
So change this to L and L and L and L and L. So we have 6 months jet score and 12 months jet score, right? Now what you need to do is you have to normalize the jet score. What it means is there won't be any negative values. Everything has to be positive value. If jet score is greater than 0, you write this function 1 plus jet score. If jet score is less than 0, you write this function 1 minus jet score to the power of -1. Now weighted average jet score is calculated for each eligible. So that is nothing but 50% into 50%, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that here itself. It is nothing but 0.5 into 0.5 into this. This is weighted Z score. If error, print this. Now normalize it. What is the formula for normalization? Copy this. Write it here. If it is greater than 0, okay? If it is greater than 0, 1 plus this, else we missed it. It is 1 minus. It is 1 minus to the power of minus 1. It is 1 minus this to the power of minus 1. That's it. It has gone into 1 power of minus 1 mode because that is negative weight Z score. Now, if ever that means this, you won't print that. What is this? Normalized Z score. Now you just have to rank this particular stocks. Rank of this number in the entire this one, and the higher the momentum score, the higher the rank. So 0. That means 1 is the topmost. So this guy is 144th rank. If error, don't do it. You don't need the, there is no second sheet. In this sheet itself, you have done. Now filter for the 31st March, sorry, 31st May. And select less than or equal to 20. Or you sort it. Now you don't know the ranking here, so you just take this. Actually, you do this. Don't select anything. This is your story. Take this sheet here and just paste it. This is rank. No fill. Now everything is in one place. So sort by rank. smallest to largest. That is your story. Now our Jindal World guy, whom we picked up inside of the screener and left somewhere, has come into our ranking. So instead of buying it at 90, we are buying now at 283. If you have to buy this month, you have to buy it at the. So even shopper stock, we have picked up at 50% lesser price than this, right? Okay, anyway, this is the story. Now, save this. No, just go back and rewind the steps, okay? Now I have to publish this list, right? So the way I will publish this list is take this and my entry price is this. I have to take 20 stocks. This is entry price or 31st May, whatever, close. And symbol is there, then name, industry. You just want to see what is going on. Start with equal weight. There are various weighting mechanisms. So weight by momentum score or weight by market cap, things like that. But start with equal weightage. If the stock is going up, your weight will change. If the stock is going down, your weight anyway will change. So easiest method, rather than pumping in at the first interval with all sorts of various weighting mechanisms. My preference is start with the equal weight, then let it go, right? Now, whatever money you have, like you want to put 5 lakhs, then 5 lakhs divided by 20 stocks. You want to put 2 lakhs, you want to put 2 lakhs by 20 stocks. Whatever is your allocation, this is whatever you will start with. As on today, because I would have done something else, the weights would have changed. If I had picked up shopper stock at 300, right now that weightage of that stock would have gone up by, I would have started with 5%, but now it would be 7.5% because it's a 50% up. If the stock rallies 5 times, which is what happened last year in one of my portfolios, Tata ML, TDML stock. So I was carrying a weight of almost 20% on that in my portfolio.
So this rebalancing you do what? Say once in 6 months for a change in weights and rebalancing.
Once in 6 months is what NSE does, but that's a little dangerous. So you do it once in 3 months or once in 1 month. Once in 1 month is too much activity, so stick to once in 3 months.
Okay.
And this is a discretionary part. By chance, if the weight goes beyond 10-15%, you think twice what happens if it reverses. So you take out some money. You can keep all the money and you can claim victory, but if it starts reversing, it will start very violently. So you keep a cap on some discretionary part. I don't want stock to go beyond some weightage. It could be 20% or whatever. Actually, if your stock has gone to 20% weightage, means it is a 5-bagger for me. Now, this is equal weight, right? So let's 1 lakh each. I mean, it will be differing. 1,000, 10,000. I mean, any number you put, it doesn't matter. These are all your sectors. So your allocation in micro cap is for 11 different sectors, out of which you are allocating for capital goods. Now convert this into a pie chart. Just if somebody asks you what's your sectoral weight is. You have to put those labels. I don't know how to put. It will be somewhere. That is data label. And we have to add put this also here is what I have to select that option. This name, no, I don't want here, I want it here. There is an option like that. So that's your allocation. Regardless, your momentum screener is betting on capital goods and textiles and bit of chemicals. That's where the focus is on. Or those are the stocks which have risen too fast in the last 6 months and 12 months than the rest of the sectors. Got it? The interpretation.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's your momentum. So what, which stock you have? Just tell me. Any micro cap stock that you hold. Don't tell me that you don't own any of these stocks.
Sharda Crop Chem.
Sorry?
Sharda Crop.
Sharda. Where is it? This one, huh?
Yeah.
Sharda Crop. Okay, where is Sharda Crop? It is 13th rank. Then just see at the bottom, which are out of favor. K rating is actually out of favor. Gulf lube oil is out of favor. Axo India is out of favor. That's actually Repco Home is gone, out of favor. Tide Water used to be favorite stock.
Tide water oil, yeah.
Tasty Bite used to be favorite stock of some people. Whatever your advisory guys stocks, they will be down. I'll tell you why. What is this guy's name? Sorry, I don't have any personal grudge or anything, but the only thing I have is not many people tell you the truth. This is a false advertising network. Track record. You would have put exactly the stocks which are in the bottom. Tasty Bite. I don't know whether it's really entered at 640 and we exited, but whatever, that is a good advertising, right? Now people would have gone and put money. If he said he hasn't exited or whatever, I'm holding. Now look at Tasty Bite scenario. Where is Tasty Bite?
208.
That means it's a bottom stock.
208.
20 stocks, it is a bottom 10 performing in terms of momentum. Now look at Signity IT, Signity Tech. it's a bottom stock and we are buying it because
Insider.
Insider trade.
yeah, so insiders, if Signity stays here, we lose the money, the 2000. If Signity goes here, we'll make multiplier. I'm not looking going here, even somewhere here also it is fine.
Yeah. The
Uh,
whole
then-
the whole idea of insider is capturing the guys
yeah,
who
so
come into
look at
momentum
they're
before
actually
momentum.
timed at
Yeah.
of course I bought it a little early, that's fine, because I'm doing on a monthly. I can't do it daily because it just you have seen how much time it takes, right?
Yeah.
You can't do it daily. You rather do it on monthly or quarterly. You are okay in either way. Now that is taste bit. What is another stock? Apollo, APL Apollo, or Suven Farm. I think APL Apollo is micro cap or maybe small cap. I don't know. Then Suven Pharma, right?
Yeah.
That's not a micro cap.
I think DFM,
Sorry,
DFM Foods.
where is it?
Yeah, this above page interest.
But he has exited it.
Yeah.
I think VST Tillers is in micro cap. Yeah, it's so and so. 86 rank, neither in people's radar nor in beaten down stock. You can check, even cross check other insider buys. Sorry, yeah, insider buys. There'll be. I don't remember what are the new names. We got 4 new names, right? Do you remember any of you?
Anantraj.
Actually, we have it. You don't need to worry. It's on desktop. Anantraj, Hiranba, Anantraj. Anantraj is so and so. It's exactly at the middle. Then Hiranba. Coming to the bottom. Then GHCL. I don't know, that insider is just sizing it up, or he is buying at the top. Means he is really confident.
Who's the insider there? I mean, is it a promoter? Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the promoter.
okay. Hmm.
Then this guy, what's his name? Masfin. I would say bottom pick. He is bottom fishing.
Hmm.
And Signity anyway is bottom fishing. Last month's stock. You can check. So that's what my correlation is. Most of the insider trades are bottom fishing versus the momentum picks. So the momentum picks you are buying at the top. I don't know whether it's the top or whether it's going to rally. So Chennai Petro and things like that might rally because Chennai Petro is in upper circuit for a few times. Your Sharda Corp is also rallying a bit. 6 months returns are 25%, 12 months returns are flat. 12 months returns for this stock are 4 times. 6 months it's softened. 6 months the stock is zoomed off by twice. Chennai Petro. If you look at top 6 months rankings, These are returns. Yeah.
Up 10.
No, that circling. When that's I
Oh.
don't want to mess up. Let it complete. These are your high momentum stocks, or everybody will be talking there about these 10 stocks. Most of the advertisements will happen. We bought Chennai Petro at 200. Look at the stock now, like that they'll be telling. Or who, I don't know who told me about Sharda Crop.
It was me,
Sorry, what's your name?
Parikshit.
Yeah, so I don't know where you bought, but it's already in top. 25% returns in last. Sorry, not 25%. It's 100% returns.
Ah.
And what is the bottom, guys? Yeah, see that Apollo pipe. Yeah, APL Apollo has changed its name to this one. Stowcroft, IPO bomb. Subex was artificial intelligence darling. It is bomb. Decal is chemicals darling. It is bomb. Entire housing sector is in bomb. 50% down. If HDFC is down, HDFC itself is down by 30%. These sort of small guys will be on down.
Yeah.
Newland Lab, yes, it was distributed. There was a beautiful story on that. I don't know how many of you know. It was a darling stock about 6 to 8 months ago. Last year during the pharma boom, everybody was talking about. Not everybody, I mean quite a few stock pickers were talking about this. You can see it is just zoomed off and then it was distributed to the mass. So 1 year it is down. Let's look at that 5-year chart. This is where everybody started talking because of the pharma boom. COVID, shoot up, breakout. I don't know whether it's really possible to dump here and then breakout failure. So most of the breakouts you have to time out very well. So this is where everybody would have said breakout. And just quickly, the breakout was there just for 3 months or 4 months and then failed breakout. The chartist will tell you a story like that. That's your momentum screener, right? There's one more simple screener. Which I've been practicing because these are all new things. This one is MSL 400. That is small and mid cap 400 index. Take out the price. The rules are very simple. This is a secondary screener which you see in manual of momentum. Take out the price and just buy the Y today winners. Y today is year to date winners and do a quarterly rebalancing. Monthly rebalancing also I have the data. I'll show you.
Year to date winners from Jan 1st, huh?
From December 31st to date, whenever doing rebalance.
Right.
You do it quarter end, March, June. March you would be picking up early winners in the month, in the year. Then June you rebalance. Some of them would have gone out. Some of them would be staying there. And September you do. Some of them will stay and some of them will go out. But if the guy who has come into your radar on March, if he stays till September, have been multi-bagger. So the whole theory is perform or get kicked out. I'll give you a time of 1 month. Right? You have to stay in the top 20 if you have to perform. If you go out of top 20, I'm kicking out and I'm getting new guy. So I'll do 4 jugglings like this. 2000. This is all realistic data because I've started nibbling from 2018 with this theory. The reason to go for this theory is everybody is doing every momentum stuff. So some of them will fail, some of them will succeed. The way some of them will fail is by buying at the top. So I'm also buying at the top, and some of them will succeed because you might catch it somewhere in the middle. Like if this one, just go back to the same chart. If you're caught here also, it is fine. I'm not claiming I would exit here. Maybe June rebalance. I would have exited here, or maybe December rebalance if something has gone wrong, or somewhere, right? Which is fine. As I said, I'm not exiting at top, but I will exit somewhere depending on where the quarter ends. And I don't mind even if I exit here also, because at least I'm doing systematic. But if you are really picked up here, and if you are looking at here, your holding of that would be around 15%, somewhere here, because you started with 5%, and it is tripled, no, the stock from 800 to 2,500. Some numbers like that. So your weightage would be 15%. You should be nervous to forget about my rebalancing story or whatever, your Excel's rebalancing story. Just sell some. If you are really bought 20,000 worth, you are sitting on 60,000. So sell 5,000, 2,000. It doesn't matter. Like even if you sell one stock, you got the money. You put that one stock money into. Where will you put that one stock money?
Bees. Some Nifty bees or pharma bees.
Either Nifty bees or some bees, or buy income generating stocks like IRB, WIT, those InVITs or rates, or buy one gold bond. If you are really exited 2 stocks, you could buy one gold bond. Do whatever you want. Get into stable assets, gold or bees, or rates, or government securities, that Bharat bond fund or whatever. Don't put back that money again in stocks, another stock, because you made that money, you convert it into a fixed asset. Fixed assets are Nifty or Nifty Bs, because they will stay there forever, or ITBs, IT companies will stay there forever, or gold, gold bond, or rates or InVITs. Rates or InVITs, or yeah, rates and InVITs. They pay you a huge dividend. Did I ask you the exercise of tell me the entire dividend yield of rates?
Yes, Cora.
Any of you guys? Yes or no?
Yeah, you had asked us.
You didn't. You guys didn't complete it. But yeah, you go and complete it. You'll get almost 7 to 8% yield. Some is taxable, some is not taxable, depending on what bracket. Whereas you won't get 7% in fixed deposits now. Maybe in some bond funds might be doing, but that's heavily taxed. So my preference is rates or InVITs. All right. So what happened if I'm doing this quarterly rebalancing of this? This is very simple. Compare this price to December 31st. Price needs to be less than 20. Sorry, more than 20. Our stocks, if not move to 21, if not move to 22. And then third consideration is it should give positive returns. Otherwise, don't enter. It means market is in meltdown mode. I was encountered with the situation here in 50 stock portfolio. I had barely got 25 stocks or something like that on March 2020 when COVID is there. So in 50 stock portfolio, you can do this for 20 or you can do this for 50. If I was doing for 50 stock portfolio, I didn't have 50 stocks. Probably I had only 25. So 25 I had gone into cash. That's the rule. Rule is it has to be positive returns. Anything could have happened from here, right? COVID.
Yeah.
So at least I only put 50% cash. Sorry, 50% in 50 stock portfolio. I will also do, if your money is very, very big, do for 50 portfolio. Your returns will be less, but at least your headaches will come down. If your money is small, go for 20 because you are taking a risk, high risk. And high risk is high rewards. And I really don't know, I can't define what is small money, what is big money for you. Okay, so this particular portfolio, 28 returns are 4%. You can compound or you can reset. I would say reset, move into fixed assets. Just for your kicks, I'm giving you compounding returns. Oh, I should take this number. I'm sorry. This number. That is, this is month returns. This is year-to-date returns. So 8% in 2018. And 2019, it is 12% down. Actually, you were up till December. Then COVID came. You lost 25% in that quarter. Market lost 30%. You lost 25%. Then a recovery year, market boom, another market boom. And now I think I updated only up to March. I haven't done any June rebalancing. So what I have to do now is I have to put current price of those stocks. That is my holding. Right? I've done a rebalance here. I don't know how many of you joined when the manual of momentum story. So downloads, total market returns. Where is it? I have lost 4.5% in this portfolio against whatever happened in the market. Tell me SML 400 index, where is it now? SML 400 index, where is it now? Guys, you are not following me. This one, it is at 9810. 9810. So index is down 7%, I am down 4%. That's all. I'm sitting on this stupid stock, which is fine. I mean, that's what Excel sheet says. Do a rebalance on June end. Don't touch in between. I'm sitting on BDL on 38% paper profits. My realistic number there is, I would have done in a delayed fashion. I mean, like 1 or 2 days. This guy doesn't have. This lady has it. Where is BDL? Yeah, it is 33% returns, and it says 38% returns, which is fine. I mean, like some delayed rebalance or whatever. You won't get the same performance, which I kept on telling you. But net, you might match by a difference of 2% or 3% each. So take this 4.2 for this year. Yeah, we have taken. I'm holding. Somehow I'm lucky here. I don't know. It is actually 28% down for me. Whereas it is down 44% for this guy. So I'm actually lucky. I don't know how I got lucky. I mean, you win some, you lose some in the rebalancing game. That's the whole point. Just stick to it. Whatever is your philosophy. So my 100 rupees would have become, this is exactly 4 years. Or maybe 4 years, 2 months. So your compounding rate, if I have to tell CAGR, .1, I think. That's actually a true number. I won't claim 32.8. I would claim 30%, maybe 28%. Is this good enough or?
Yes, Cora. It's like
It's good.
32 is like too good.
It's too good. Great.
I won't say 32.8. That's what I'm telling. But I will say 32.8 if I have to attract a new batch. But if I'll tell you the truth. It's only 25 or 26, 27, something like that. Oh, sorry, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, correct. 4.2 years. This is,
Correct. 4.2, 2 months, no?
yeah,
Roughly.
so I put that one only. 4.2, 4. It doesn't matter whatever you put. 4.5
Doesn't.
gets down. It was very good here when I launched this whole manual of momentum commercialized. It was here, right? Be fine. And just 4. So that was 36%.
Oh.
Now it dropped because
Because of, yeah.
has a withstanding ability if the market goes down. Like in June, if you run the screener from June end to December end, you should have 20 stocks with a positive return with a price greater than 20. If you don't find them, you will come out of the market into the cash. So there is an escape mechanism there. And you will participate in the drawdown. I am sure.
This is all at the when you enter, it is all equal weights, right? Or is it
They will
weighted
go
as
up.
per market cap?
Go up. See, the thing is, I just want to show you TTML. Where so TTML, it's not here. Not here, right?
No.
I entered here
Hmm.
at a hypothetical money on that day with 1,15,000. It is a 1 lakh portfolio.
Hmm.
So you made some money, your rebalancing is gone up to 150.
Hmm.
Could be less. If you are losing, right, some of your rebalances will be less than 1 lakh.
Okay. Okay.
You can see
Okay.
here, these rebalances are all less than 1 lakh. 90,000, all the numbers, right? New, new actually it is up. Sometimes, yeah, it will be very bad. So this one, this is the first month, so you will have everything with 1 lakh. Then if you lose money, see, you lost money, so you were satisfied with only 80,000 rebalance, because that's what you got by selling your losers.
Losers.
So you don't put additional money all the time, 1 lakh. You rotate the same money.
So that's what. So that whatever money, let's say you're selling. I mean, just to understand the equation correctly, when you sell, let's say 3 are getting kicked out of your.
Yes.
You
You
take
may not get 3 lakhs. You will only get 2 lakhs.
Yeah, you get, let's say,
In
2
which
lakhs.
case, you will only put 60,000.
Okay. You just split it in equally again. The same equal weight apply.
Yeah. Then initially you wanted to put 1 lakh as 5%.
Right.
Put 60,000 as it's not 5%. It is something else.
Yeah.
Okay. I entered. You have seen my entry in September end is when I entered at 35. It is continued because it is there at September end as well. Then December, it said exit for some reason. I mean, it's not there or whatever. And because December I'm resetting, I exited. Now again I entered. I think it should be here.
Oh, you entered in the.
It is not here somewhere, somehow I don't know. So I exited at March 22. This is December entry. So hold it because it's still there in the list. Exit at next quarter, which is March 22. So I exited here.
Okay.
So how many baggers is this for me?
5 baggers.
And look at the weightage here. This is what my portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So into 100 divided by sum of this, and you have to lock. Look at that, my weightages. So 7%. TTML is almost at 16%.
Yeah.
I would be nervous. I wouldn't take it up to 16. Probably when it reaches 12, 13, I might be selling it off. That's exactly what I did. My exit price is not 166. It was 280, 270, all the places. But on Excel sheet, I have to put the same truth. So when it was TTML, where it went all the way, tell me TTML highest. TTML year high before the government to go.
134.
No, year high.
290.
290. So I would be seeing on one day with 290 in my screen, right? If I had opened. So that day it was at 25% weightage. There's no way you can
allow that to continue.
5% weightage. We have to chop down something. Even on the way up, somewhere around 220, right? I'm not saying 220 is peak. Something like this. You would have seen. It is at sitting at 22%. How can you not take profit? Anything about 12, 15, you should be taking some profit and put that in real estate, real assets, not real estate, real assets. Right? Every year you will get a one multi-bagger like this. So this is last year. This year it was 80 year, Adani Green. I would just say when I exited Adani Green, okay? When did I exit Adani? This is where I exited Adani Green. So I put 1 lakh and I exited with 3 lakhs cash. That means 2 lakhs profit. And Laurus Labs, I continued. When did I exit Laurus Labs? I exited here. So I put 1 lakh, I made 3 lakhs 63. So I made about 2.5 lakhs in Laurus Labs. I made some money in Dixon. Of course, I also lost. I'm not saying everything I won. For the CDSL stupid stock, I don't know why. Okay, that also I made some money. I entered at 120 and I made 160. Somewhere you can say, yeah, this is.
You got into India.
I lost money. I put 67,000 in IOCL CP and I exited with 124. That means 50,000, 45,000 loss. Global I rode last year. Now Vibhav Global is not in my radar. So I made it's a 2-bagger for me, right? I entered at 5, I exited at 306. So there are enough good stories in 2020. Anyway, it's a good year. 2019, which is worse for stocks, especially small cap and mid cap. Exit, losses. September exit. Not so great. Great. Okay, December I would have exited quite a bit. Even in December, in worst year, I had a multi-bagger.
Yeah, but completely exited out of the portfolio, and everything was in cash. Is it December?
December I reset, right? Like next year, reset. If it is not there, I would reset. This is nothing but March 2020. These exits are.
These exits are March 2020.
Yeah, my entry is in December. These exits are actually in March 2022. If March 22, all the stocks were not there in the list. Because it comes with a fresh set, right? Each year start, which is March, a new set of stocks would have come.
Right.
If the same set of stocks are there, I will only put 1 lakh again, not this entire 2 lakhs. If Adani Green was there in March 2020.
As the first, I mean, so you will put 1 lakh again, completely exit and put 1 lakh.
Yeah, because it's a 20 lakh portfolio. I would exit. Right. Here it's an exit. Let's see if it is here, Adani Green. Somewhere it came again. I have seen that. Yeah, so I am entering fresh at 106. I am entered at 296. I look like an idiot because I exited everything at 153. Again, I entered at 300. So the point is, you got one multi-bagger in 2019, which is a worse year. 2018, which is a flat year, which we have seen, right? The market is like 8% returns. Index is down by 5%. Did you get any multi-bagger exits? Nothing. Nothing. Even in this worst year, you got a multi-bagger. Mark, you entered at 1500 and you exited at 3700. So you made, you put 1 lakh, you made 2 lakh 50. It's about 1 lakh 50,000 is a profit. And I don't know what is going to be multi-bagger this year.
Kora, I had a question.
Yeah.
So I'm not really understanding the timeline essentially. So we rebalance on March and
quarter end or month end?
Quarter end and month
end is what my lesson is.
And so if it's March 2023, let's say, so you're looking at the past 3 months, January to March 2023.
No,
right?
no, only December to March. Every reference point is December to whenever you are doing rebalance.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, let me tell you what my rebalancing would be now, because this is March, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say this is June. I want to do rebalancing, right?
Yeah.
This is micro cap, right? So I
Yeah.
need it to MSL. Where is MSL index? I assume this is the latest file, okay? Latest stock list. These are my stocks. $400. Mid and small cap 400, MSL or SML, small and mid cap 400. I mean, when I say MSL 400 or SML 400, that's what. Now you don't want 3 months, you want Y today return. How do you write Y today return function? Just copy the same stuff. And Y today is C2 divided by C7. And this has to be B7. Right?
Yeah, from December.
Y2. Now change this to, yeah, you already changed. I mean, that doesn't matter. That we look up. Up to here, it is easy. Now filtering is where you will have a problem. Filter MSL.
While it loads, Cora, so we won't have anything in January to March quarter, right?
1 minute, 1 minute. Let it load. Sorry, what's your question?
I was asking the question that in January to March quarter, we don't have any year-to-date performance because we're checking from December end. So how do we go about that?
You can do it and verify that list. I would have done it like that, and then I would have deleted from here, because keeping so many things would distract my mind. So I would have deleted. Whenever I write some function, you can write here that function, and then these are the stocks you would have got. This one. No, I want only for May. Which is essentially June, right? June end. Come on. All right, so I got the file. I just sort by Y2Day returns. That's it. There's no magic there. Large to small. And then is price grade. I have to select up to 20. 18 stocks. So this is what my list today would be. So I will delete all of them. Is price greater than 20 for these stocks? Yes. Is it positive returns? Yes. So this becomes my new list. I am entering at this price. This is the entry price and this is the exit price also. So these are all my new stocks. ATGL is my trip, GE Shipping, HAL, MRPL, NLC, RCF, Renuka, Wellcorp. I exited Balrampur Chini and I got another sugar stock. I don't know why. I mean, I can't, I'm just giving you the story. So I exited, whatever I exited, I would have got some money. What is that money? It's here. 7,59,000 by exiting 9 stocks. So I'm actually not doing 1 lakh now. I'm doing that number, 980,000 or whatever. This is some ifs. This is 30, 22, 30, 22. Okay. I mean, just copy so that this error goes. That's what I was doing. Right now, I think I've done this exact numbers, right? I think I've done it. Yeah, these are exact numbers. Like if I rebalance now, I'll get that much more. So I've exited TV broadcast 18 for a loss of 50,000. I'm continuing BDL with 35%, 38% profit. I'm continuing Chalath Hotels for a scratch, Credit Association for small profit. Gujarat Ambuja, I'm continuing with a 30% profit. I'm continuing GNFC even with a 25% loss. And I'm exited Power India, all that, whatever, you can read that. Now this is what my portfolio. So for the new rebalances, I got only 85,000. 85,000. 85. 85. 84 actually. Another technique when you are doing rebalance is exits. You exit first thing in the morning, 9:15. If it's a gap up opening, all of them, whatever is the exits, right? Exit at 9:15 to 9:20, depending on how much you hold. And these are my new entries. sort by price, largest to smallest. You want to get into this stock with 85,000. You will get 35 stocks. Execute. Then you will be left with 48 stocks. Execute, 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 execute. When you come here, it's your decision whether you buy 1010. There the money will be, some problem would be coming or the other. Whether you buy 1010 stocks or you buy 980 stocks, does it matter? That's a question to you.
No, it doesn't matter much.
The same thing, whether you buy 1700 stocks or 1600 stocks, because you won't be having this much money. You will run out. Something or the other will happen. Either brokerage charges would have been cut, or monthly fee would have been come. Some nonsense like that would have come. You wouldn't have had this much money when you came last two stocks. You might probably have 165. I'm just giving a practical example. And also your 20% of the money will come next day. So you again transfer. You may not have 20% of that 350,000, right? Ideally, you should have this much in the bank. This much, 7.5 lakhs. But you will only get 80% of it. So 20% of it is you need to put that money into the account to do rebalancing, right? You may not have, you may have, I don't know. If you have, well and good. You can do exactly like this. If you don't have, then you have to forego that additional 150,000, right? I mean, it will come tomorrow. Again, go and do something tomorrow. These things you be careful. You can't do exact rebalance. I'm telling you the practical solution. Even though you write 1010 in Excel sheet, you might have done only 980, 990. This one may be 1600 instead of 1700. And you also don't feel like entering 1699, right? You will enter only 600 or 1700. This one, why will you enter 832? You will enter 830, right? During the order entry. This one you might enter 50. This is definitely will enter 200. I mean, at least I do that. I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah, it's pretty natural to do that. Absolutely.
Now, after doing everything, this one, right? Touch wood, if you are left with like this, go and buy ITBs. If you are like this, I mean, nothing can be done. But you will definitely end up here. So when you come here, you can time it, whether you want to buy 16.99 exactly or 16.98, because you don't have much money. In which case, you would be left with at least 45 rupees. So for 45 rupees, what will you get?
Gold bees.
Don't buy gold bees, buy SGB. Or buy gold bees. If you don't have 5,000 rupees, don't even buy gold. Kotak Alpha ETF, it trades at 30. Okay. ITB trades at 30 zone. Pharma ETF trades at 12 or 11. This is Kotak Alpha. This is Pharma ETF. This is a holding stock. This is IPO stock. These are all IPO stocks. This is also IPO stock. You know the IPO, what do I mean by IPO stock, right?
No.
You buy one stock.
Okay.
It's all definite IPO.
Okay. Yeah.
PNB has PNB, MetLife and all this stuff. IDBI has 2-3 subsidiaries. Bajaj Hindustan has a Bajaj Power as IPO candidate. So I bought one stock each at some price.
Shareholder quota.
Shareholders quota, yeah. Then this is a holding, lemon tree. Then this is a holding. This is all holding. This is a holding. This is a holding. I think I'll stop up to here. In this, I have tactically invested the big amounts, remove them. I don't know what to remove. Current value greater than maybe 20,000. This is a tactical investment in my asset allocation portfolio. Whenever I want to do, I would have done it. So delete that. This is what my rebalancing acquisition over a I think I'm managing this guy's portfolio right at the COVID from Jan 20 to now. So I've acquired via rebalancing. Whenever I'm left with some money, this is what I've acquired. How much?
I got it. It's a big amount.
1,16,000.
Yeah.
This is my fixed asset. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to sell them anytime. Whether it's in loss or profit, I don't care. Let me see whether it's in loss or profit. Actually, it is in loss.
Yeah.
About 10% loss. Yeah, but I don't care. Because I want to carry. I mean, yeah, what will go wrong with Nifty B? So it will come back sometime. SBI ETF, quality ETF. Yes, it will come back sometime. InGrid, that pays me 6% or 7% dividend yield. PG Invit, that is power grid infrastructure, that pays me some dividend and it's in profit. Why will I sell that? Nitin Gadkari's company, fourth one, IRB Invit, pays me 6 or 7% dividend. Why will I sell that for a loss? And rest are all Bs, consumer Bs. So it will hold ITC or HUL in that. NV20 Bs, again it will hold some ITC and all that. Auto Bs, maybe Maruti, Eicher Motor, something like that. But again, there the small investment, it's only 5,000. Then ICICI Auto ETF. I would have just read the ETF prospects and would have bought one just to make an entry. And whenever, so you now I've done this, right? Like this. So next rebalancing, I might sort like this. My P&L. I'm an averaging down guy. So I would have down all of them. Or why this guy has only one stock? Poor guy. Okay, put him another 10 stocks. Stocks, whatever it is. So you keep adding ICICI Auto till it goes to 5,000 level. That is what I would be doing. Right? Everything else is 5,000. Only that guy is a poor guy. He is 100. Guys, I think we have another half an hour. Sorry. Yeah, that's a Y-to-day screener. You can read some of the manual of momentum posts and understand monthly versus quarterly rebalancing or whatever. And little rebalancing techniques like sell at 9 o'clock buy at 11, 11:30. Don't buy at 9 o'clock immediately. It may be better price, it may be worst price, but do not jump at 9 o'clock to buys for buying. Whether at 11 o'clock you get a better price than 9:30, I cannot guarantee. You make a note here. I think you will get profit or loss. It doesn't matter. You would have done 2,000 loss or 2,000 profit. They all net out over a period of 20 months. Don't feel bad. I think here is where you will see the day's history. Sometimes you'll make profit, sometimes you'll make loss. But in the long run, whatever I told you will give you some profits. For a 10 lakh portfolio, it might be 5,000 or something like that. Done. So now alpha low volatility screener. I will push this into the drive. I only need to put that Y today gainer. This actually we don't need because we are doing for micro cap. This is what? Close this. Close this. Keep it. Close. I already uploaded this, right? Close it. I will add alpha low volatility here. Okay. Let this be here. Close the circular. Now you know the jet score and this one. Now go back to another methodology. How these guys do screens, right? Jet score will give you a proper way because you are putting them in all buckets. There's no problem with negative rankings, negative numbers because you are normalizing them. So everything will become a positive number. Now the another screener is popular screener is low volatility, right? Alpha low volatility or whatever. This one, alpha low volatility 30, multi-factor index. Read. Let's jump into how he is doing alpha low volatility 30, 20 stuff. Alpha low volatility parameters. For alpha, it is alpha. Low volatility, it is low standard deviation. Data source, 1 year price, 1 year price. Condition should have 1 year history and should have 1 year history. We have done all this. So we have to do these two parameters now. Value alpha. If it is alpha jet score, you give 100% weightage to him. If it is low volatility, you give him 100% weightage. Now low vol gets high ranking. So inverse of standard deviation is what you should take. This is a weighting process. If it is a value, price to earnings, do a jet score. You know how to do a jet score. And 30%, 30%, 20%, whatever, these are just some numbers. And percentile distribution, we'll come back to this, or percentile distribution. Now, this is exactly what we are doing. This is the screener that we publish in manual of momentum, right? So give 50% weightage to alpha and 50% weightage to low volatility. top 30 stocks. No, I'm only selecting top 20 stocks. Based on weighted average factor, level jet score, weight of stocks are capped at 5. That you forget. Reconstitution criteria, semi-annually, whatever this. So we are only doing quarterly, we'll do. Mathematics. Jet score, we know how to do it. Value factor, yes. Now, what you need to calculate? Low volatility factor. Is nothing but inverse of standard deviation. Okay, so this sheet, take the entire data up to here. Standard deviation, how did we calculate that? Log, this is a standard method, okay? And standard deviation. How did we calculate? Like this. 12 months.
Why? This is not giving
F.
answer.
F.
Oh, okay.
And inverse of this. And if error.
So if error is okay.
I mean, I'm just not.
Okay.
I have to go and correct there. There are 2 if errors. Actually, we just require 1. Yeah. So this is your 12 STD. Inverse of 12 STD. Now the next step is alpha. How do you calculate alpha? Alpha is this one, average blah blah beta of the security for 12 months. So you have to get beta. Beta, how you calculate? You have to take the respective index. Even though he says Nifty 50, I don't agree to that. If I'm doing for micro cap, let me get micro cap index, right? Yes, or does it make sense? Or you want to get Nifty 50?
I think microcap is makes sense.
The correct index, right? So
Yeah.
I want to get last 12 months of micro cap prices. Just 1 minute, guys. Let me use bathroom. So we have the prices of the index. Somewhere here I'll put. April, 31st March, 28 February, 31st Jan, 31st December, 30th November, 31st October, 30th September, 31st August, 30 July, 30 July, 30 June, 30 June, 31st May. Sometimes those dates won't match. You would have just written 31st May, but 31st may not be there. Not as a trading day. Right. So what is today's price? Tell me, the microcap index. $9,841. This is underlying index price. We look up of the date in second item. There's no need of if else if error because it has to be there. This is your index. Now, how do you calculate beta? Slope method, which is just. Open, high, low, close, Yahoo, Apple, okay. Covariance.
Oh, it is there below. I think it is there. Same form.
Of E1. What is
Yeah.
E1? No, what is known by and all this stuff. So E1 is where is E1?
Close. No, you went up here. The index.
Underlying index. And D is
The return.
stock.
Script return. Yeah.
Now I have to calculate returns, monthly return.
Yeah, monthly return on index, the same thing we need to do for that.
Yeah,
And then
percentage and index percentage. If this is not equals to this, do this. Else, this into 100, or you can do directly.
directly.
Take this and copy for index. beta. Beta is what? Slope of twice index.
Index J. But this error thing is there, no?
No, you won't do it. This is slope. Now don't calculate this if the symbol has not changed. Then do it. Otherwise, don't do it. Now, what is alpha? Alpha is average daily returns of security, RS, risk-free rate, 0, and RM of daily returns. So stock average minus RF, that is 0, and plus beta plus beta into average of market. This is average of stock, right?
Yeah.
Now minus into plus becomes minus, and this is, if you put RF equals to 0, which is risk-free rate. So
yeah,
average of, because you have already taken care of this 12, you have done cleanup here, no, sheet 1. So you can expect there will be 12 always, right? Average of stock minus beta
K
into average of market. So it's a negative alpha stock, and do this calculation only symbol is changed, otherwise don't do it. Now this is your sheet. Data filter for today's date, which is May end. Now, what is he done? 50% to standard deviation and 50% to alpha.
Yeah.
How is it? Let's see. This is what we are interested. So 50% to alpha.
50% low wall, 50%
to
high alpha, max
low
alpha.
wall.
Yeah.
Based on weighted average factor, level jet score, weights of stocks are captured. So now what you have to do is you have to rank your alpha and your low volatility. So you have to find jet score of them. Or you can do like this. First alpha jet score, then low wall jet score, then percentile distribution of jet score and percentile distribution of low wall jet score. Either way, you have to calculate jet score.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is not yet done. So you have to go back here and calculate the jet score of this one by 12 STB.
Inverse of
Nothing but me minus average and total thing divided by standard deviation of that whole stuff. No, I'm just verifying this bracket.
yeah.
Do calculation only symbol has changed, or if error you fix it. Either way. Now the same thing for alpha. Alpha is what?
Yeah. One.
Yeah, what's your problem?
No, I'm just checking. Okay.
Now normalize you have to do. How you have done normalization? The power minus 1, where is that equation?
P. I go to column P.
Column?
T.
Instead of O, it will be M. Right? This one would be N.
Yeah.
So you have normalized Z of volatility, Z of alpha. This one, right? Now percentile or rank in taken by 50-50 weightage. Filter, I want only this data. So we just do 50-50 rank. See what comes. 50 of this one, right? 50-50.
Yeah.
Of low wall and alpha. Rank. higher the rank, it is better. So that guy's rank is 102, 103. Who is the best guy? Or we don't have that name for that. That's your ranking. Alpha Lowell in
Small and mid cap 400.
no,
Oh,
micro
this is
cap.
micro. Hmm.
No, I'm just wondering how Gulf loop is come there, because there is no alpha for that.
Oh, this norm.
It has come because it's a high or low volatility stock. There is no alpha because I know that stock is anywhere. That is one method. Now this guy says percentile of both.
Yeah.
Percentile distribution of Z score. So what is percentile? Something like this rank is what you need to do. Okay, what is E? Okay, rank dot EQ and B2 to B9. Okay, and count of B2 to B9. Fine. Percentile rank of O and P. Okay. This one will be B2. It will be O2. This, remove this. Make it O of O. Make count O. Okay. This is dollar. I think into 100 or something like that. I would put. This is 100% rank. This is 99% rank, and that is 0% rank. So maybe into 100. So you will know the number. Make it one digit. Do this for P. Yeah, see, this guy is poor in returns, but he is not moving. He is not return. He is not giving any returns, but
Just sitting there.
and if you do a 50-50% or just a combined like this,
Mm.
now you rank either 50-50% or just add them or whatever. Now you sort data by sort by
You.
you higher.
Highest to smallest.
Now that guy is gone. So this is your list. I think our list also should be the same. The one which I published in Manual of Momentum, right? So it should be this one. Karnataka Bank. Remove 20 if you get encountered with any stock which we have already done. So this is your list now. So what does it do? I was maintaining one sheet. I deleted that. This is the one. Yeah. This is gone an entire capital goods and 30% in financial services. So capital goods are low volatile and they have high alpha. That's what it says. What are the capital goods stocks? ISOB India, I hold this. Kenneth Metal, I hold all of them. So, but I don't remember some of their names. So this was not there last month, so it will come. I hold this because of female insider trading already. I have to check whether I hold this or not. I won't be buying this even if it comes. I have to use some discretion, right? Just because the thing has come up doesn't mean that I'll buy a fraud company. This is a 100% fraud company, so I won't buy.
Yeah.
But I'll put that in the list, and then I will continue. I'm telling you, I mean, just because I put buy Gisjal IQ, and it is truth because it is I've done in front of you only. It has come 10th rank or 11th. But you should use discretion there. Don't buy that. I put R power there, right? Will you buy Reliance Power? Or if I put Suzlon, will you buy? There's no way you can buy. So why will you buy Suzlon? Because anyway, next month you know that it will go out. You might as well keep that money safe. Yeah, but this Excel, you can't use that intelligence, so it will come. Right? I hold this already part of insider. We have seen this, right? These are only positive stock in my holdings.
Yeah.
In the show holdings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if I want to replicate this micro cap, I have to buy this list now. The way I'll put my money is, let's say if I have 5 lakhs, I'll put 4 lakhs in Y2Day portfolio because I have the history. So I won't look at the momentum, other indices momentums, but I'm publishing till we get some history. I don't want to create backdated stuff. I can go back and create the performance summary, but I don't want to do that because it won't be correct. I am, as I said, 98% confident that I have done perfect backtest in Y today. This one, because I've taken exactly on that date what the constituents, and I've done it judiciously. Yeah, I don't want to do backtest by going and recreating because I'm not confident. But I'm confident because I'm publishing from December end or September end. So I have now 6 months or 8 months history. You will take from September to May end, or you take from December end to now. I have 4 months history. So that's why I won't touch other momentum portfolios. I will only touch Y today. And how much I'll put? Maybe 4 lakhs if I have only 5 lakhs. And the rest 1 lakh, I will put both in micro cap 50,000 and alpha low value micro cap and micro cap momentum portfolio. Rest portfolios, whatever I publish, I'm telling you the truth. I'm publishing because you are paying 9,000 or 10,000, and you have to have some reading material. So some 30 pages. So that's why I'm publishing. But yeah, if you like, sorry, actually this portfolio, some portfolio manager wanted mid cap, both of them. So he especially said, I'm a mid cap guy, I will do whatever comes there. Either he will decide whether he wants to do monthly or quarterly. That's up to him. So for him, I'm writing this. If you guys want to do, you track them. But I don't have history. I have only history for this. Now, where do you risk whether blind man leading blind man means this one? Put 50,000 here and 50,000 here. So you won't go wrong. I mean, even if you go wrong, it's just 1 lakh. But if micro caps wake up and start running, they run hard like this. Last 6 months, they are keeping quiet. Last 6 months, they are only there, 10,000 zone. But look at last Jan to July. Just in a matter of a month, 6 months, they're doubled, right? You can see there, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully it will come. And it's also very dangerous because I didn't post earlier numbers. Earlier numbers would have been 70% drawdown also. This one, right? Look at this index. It has gone to 2000 in COVID time frame from 8,000 values, 7,000 values, right? You are seeing that it has gone all the way to 8,000 here, peaked 8,000, and then it has just gone down relentlessly to 2,000. 8,000 became 2,600. That means 75% order. It has that negative disadvantage of that. The way that you could avoid, you could have avoided, I don't know where you would have avoided momentum or anything, is check this numbers. Put a criteria saying that this has to be positive. These two numbers, right? Otherwise, don't buy, right? In momentum index, they're all positive here, each stock. So this final, you can't see here. That's the problem because this is normalized. This always will be positive number. So you have to come and observe here. At least they are in a positive zone. Otherwise, don't do bottom fishing. You do bottom fishing via insider screening. Here, it has to be positive alpha. Otherwise, don't venture. This is positive alpha. No, if Australia comes in my radar, I will publish. I will also put a warning, but I will be tracking that. I'll also put guys watch out. So sometimes I write some notes. I don't know whether you've seen that or not. Where is the original publication? This is what I have published. And no, not here. What I have to see is the .1 version. Where is the .1 version? I would have published in Slack. Come to Slack because there's a lot of complaints from manual of momentum guys. Like complaints in the sense, I don't blame them. Oh, you are delaying. But I'm not delaying. I'm giving you the entire information in pieces. So go there and follow there. It is much easier. I'm doing everything in real time. I can prove because this is a history. I have published this report on whatever date, May 15th or whatever. So you can blame me, this guy is delayed. But look at this. Where are the messages? That Excel sheets which I uploaded.
Check in general. Check in general. It will be there, I think.
It's not here.
You have two manual of momentum hashtags. I don't know which you check.
Okay, so this one. Check the date. This should have been on. Okay, it is loading history. 6th May, 4th May, 29th April. See, on the last date, I got it. .1 version here. Now download this one. How do I download? I would have written some notes there. Be careful. Wait till the final version comes. Not here. Not here. Not here. This was updated a little earlier. This is not updated because I would have given one day ahead. I can give any day that, right? So I would have given you on 28th April. This is March end only. This is also March. For some reason, it was not updated. Yeah, but you got it. Sometimes I do write a notes here. Be careful or wait, something like that. I can't show you. Maybe. I mean, you go and check. I mean, I can't really find which month. Every month, I write that as a notes. Don't do it. Maybe in April I would have warned. Okay, let me just see. Like this, doubt index reject, doubt index reject, price less than 20. I remember because for Jay Prakash Industries has come, so I warned. I don't know which month is that. Like this. So this is, you have to wait. Now you have to wait for 2 more days. These are all ladies. That's why I put them in different color. And this is also lady. New, existing, don't bother. Already existing in the portfolio. Only new things you concentrate. Right. So everything is in time. There's not much delay. Is what my counter argument. You can stop the recording, close it. I think this is what I wanted to cover. The entire